bastards are always following you. There's no goddamn way of escaping them. Anyway, man. I think we lost him. I think we lost him, yeah. Ooh, all right, Joel. Just sit back tight. I'm gonna be all right. Well, nothing seems to have changed. At least the candles are on. It was a hell of a day. I got that through as well. Well, actually, there's been more than many faulty times that I've experienced something like this, but those men were like, they were struggling. They were goddamn hard. Well, just calm down. I gotta calm down, man. It's been 2 goddamn years since Eleanor's just started, let's say. Oh, I was looking for you. Where the hell you been? Oh, you could have been more handful compared to this. Well, all right. Compared to that bat, I mean, I love bats, but can't say the same for these tomahawk. I'm just gonna put it here. All right. What do we got here? All right. Oh, Dan. That about right. I forgot everything. I had to leave everything out. Got from the last job. Since they all came over me. God damn it, Tommy. You have no idea how important were those guns to me. I'm just smuggling all this stuff, but then what, huh? At least I got this one. Is it working though? Pretty good. Good. Well, at least that's something. Anyway, since I've lost them, I can go back to reading. I've been reading some Thornton Miller. What was that again? The Matchmaker, Our Town, and the Skin of Our Teeth. Wasn't that right now? Alright, let's see what we got here. Where was I left? Let me see, let's just... Guess I was left Act 3. It was Our Town. Yeah, that's a nice play. Alright, let's do some reading, let's say. So, think the last part we left was Dad was talking, I guess. A little cooler than it was. Yeah, that rain's cooled it off a little. Those northeast winds always do the same thing, don't they? If it isn't a rain, it's a 3-day blow. A patient calm falls on the stage, and the stage manager appears at his proscenium pillar, smoking. Emily sits up rapidly with an idea. But Mother Gyps, one can go back. One can go back there again. And a living. I feel it. I know it. Why just stand for a moment? I was thinking about it. About the farm. And for a minute I was there. My baby was on my lap as plain as day. Yes, of course you can, Mrs. Gibbs said. Emily said, I can go back there and live all those days over again. Why not? Mrs. Gibbs said, all I can say is, Emily, just don't. Isn't it? I can go and live back there again. Yes, some tried. Some have tried, but they soon come back here. Why is it all the same? God darn it. I remember that day clearly. 2 years back then. And all the Outbreak happened to be coming up. We were just at home. It was my birthday, by the way. She bought me Sarah. She bought me a watch. It's not here right now. I must have dropped it somewhere. I think I know where. It must be on the roof or something. Wait a minute. Just alright, it was nothing. Must be just some of those infected or something. I don't know. I really have no clue about who they are or what they are. Just trying to survive as much as I can. Anyway, back to where I was. Soon then then all just hell to win. It all went hell, and a neighbor, something was wrong about a neighbor, and I didn't know what to do. Tommy was there. Shit. Not those guys again. I think they haven't realized I was here. Alright, they're gone. They're gone. It's alright, Joel. We went downtown with Tommy's car. We had no other choice but just to leave the house at that point because I had no clue about what was going on, and then was just anyway, it was a long time ago. It's been 2 years since now. I mean, Sarah died that day. One of the soldiers thought everyone around with them was just infected, and then they thought all of us were just infected. But we were not. Well, I'm pretty sure we were not. After I lost her, I thought I had to go on because it meant surviving. I mean, it meant surviving. I had to do something about it, you know? 2 years passed, and here I am. It's my birthday again. I lost the candles because I left them here because thought maybe I can talk over this, tell you what happened back then, and Tommy could have done something at that point, but he was struggling back there with the infected. I could fight, but I could. Anyway, a few months later than that, we got settled into a house. I met some people. They were technically smugglers. We didn't have much in common. They were just, they were more like bandits, if you ask me. But hell, I've been on the both sides of this hell of a thing. But then I realized we were just trying to steal some guns, just carry stuff around, do whatever we can. There's one of them. How I trust her better than I trust myself. She kept us alive up until now. I don't know where she is now, but I'm gonna find her. This is just a hideout. It's been, I guess, more than 10 days or something since I came here. Since I arrived here, I don't know. Shit. They're all over the place. They were just doing patrols. Good thing there are some survivors out in the building. No. They don't usually try to attack the survivors, but they mostly try to go after the fireflies because it's not just them, but the guns and supplies and the carts. Oh, Earth is not a better place than it was before, I gotta say. It's not better than before, but some things have changed. To get checked up, it's pretty different now. Not like you're going to a hospital and just being checked out by some doc or something. It's all different now. We had a doc in our team. We lost him a few days ago. He taught me some stuff, how to use bandages and more like first aid. Man, he taught me a lot, but he was a good man. And to be honest, there's not much of a good guy kind of, or the hero guy kind of type left in this town. They're all just scavengers, bandits, and hell, even looters. I've seen some smugglers and those, the infected ones, I gotta say. And those other ones are like the ones that make that noise, that specific noise Man, it's really hard to put my finger on it. I don't know what they are. God knows what they were before all this. They were probably human beings like us. I don't know if any humans left in us, but all I can possibly say is they were good people. They tried to survive. But it all came to an end at one point. Sure as hell I'm not the only one who's trying to survive, but there's a change. It's not like before. Every day it's getting worse and worse. Smuggling is good up until one point, but I can't say it's the best way to survive. I can't say there's much left of government, but still there's people around. Can't call them police or anything, or soldiers, but just they have one enemy, and that's, I think they're only the fireflies and the infected. Nothing more than that. And of course the smugglers, right? They're trying to smuggle all this crap. Hell, I've seen a lot of stuff around, but that was just not enough. It's a lot to take. I got used to it. It's been two goddamn years. It's been a long time. I got used to it. I did. I am now. But this isn't about just surviving or trying to adapt to what's coming next. Sometimes that feels like it has no point, and I honestly don't think I can make it to the other side of the bridge. The infected is supposed to be much less in that city. Some say it was quarantined before all this happened. Anyway, why don't we go back to reading? I'm just gonna go along with the matchmaker. So what does it say? The play is a rewritten version of The Merchant of Yonkers, which was directed in 1938 by Max Reinhardt, and is again dedicated to Max Reinhardt with deep admiration and indifferentness. Alright, let's see what this is about. So we got Horace Vandergeller, Cornelius Haeckel, Barnaby Tucker, Malachi Stack, Ambrose Kemper, Joe Scanlon, Rudolph, August Cabman, Mrs. Dolly Lai, Miss Flora Van Huysen, Mrs. Irene Molloy, Manny Fay, and Ermengarde, Gertrude, and Miss Van Huysen's cook. Alright. Time is the early 80s. 1880s? Oh. That's even before my times? That's even a lot more back then, right? Anyway. Oh, it's a comedy. Well, if we're gonna laugh at this, it's a good day. Tell you for the 100th time, you'll never marry my niece. And I tell you for the 1000th time that I will marry your niece, and right soon too. Alright. So the conversation is basically going on between Vandergelder and Ambrose. Alright, let's see. So Vandergelder's saying, never. Your niece is of age, Mr. Vandergelder. Your niece has consented to marry me. This is a free country, Mr. Vandergelder, not a private kingdom of your own. There are no free countries for fools, Mr. Kemper. Thank you for the honor of your visit. Good morning. There comes Joe, says, Mr. Vandergelder, will you please sit still 1 minute? If I cut your throat, it'll be practically unintentional. Vandergelder says, Ermengarde is not for you. Not for anybody else who can support her. I tell you, I can support her, make a very good living. Vandergelder says, no, sir. A living is made, Mr. Kemper, by selling something that everybody needs at least once a year. Yes, sir. And a million is made by producing something that everybody nerds. Everybody needs. What? Everybody needs every day. You artists produce something that nobody needs at any time. You may sell a picture once in a while, but you'll make no living. Joe, go over there and stamp there 3 times. I want to talk to Cornelius. Not in the mood. Sorry about that. Well, let me tell you a different story. It was almost a year ago. We were trying to smuggle some big guns into Boston, the city. Turned out to be those guns belonged to some other people. Those other fellas, they weren't much pretty happy about what's going on. We were told to actually take some guns from some place, but then we realized those guns did not really belong to those people we actually agreed to. And it all went to hell. We had to leave all the goddamn guns around. Leave that shit all because there were more than 20 goddamn 20 goddamn smugglers. Can you believe that? We had no other choice but to leave. We could have get some nice cars from that, but we just couldn't. Anyway. Well, seems like that's it. I'm just gonna take a nap. Go for what's left off to this other job that's waiting for me in the morning. Well, maybe probably make it to dawn or something. Anyway, just gonna take a nap. Alright.